Alright, for all 10 people in the world that care what I did on Saturday, here it is, my trip up Timp. Started out nice and early, got a 3:15 a.m. start up to the top of Primrose Cirque as the sun came up. Came over to the shelter, barely sticking out of the snow, tons of snow this time of year. Then came up the snowfield, beautiful views, watching the sun come up from high on the mountain. It's good stuff. So working my way up to the saddle. Got up to the saddle, looking over to the north summit. That's the true summit over there, but I wasn't headed that direction today. I went south. As you can see, I've labeled this next photo. You can see the north summit there, and then the south summit is what I've come past, and I'm on my way over to Big Provo. Excuse me, so on my way to Big Provo Hole. Here's looking down into Big Provo Hole. I'm at the top of the peak that most people start at when they're doing the east ridge of Timp. And so here's looking across the way on the Google Earth photo. We're looking at this pyramid-shaped peak, and I saw those kind of cliff bands. I looked at them like, oh, this kind of look like some cliff bands. That won't be too big a deal. I can find a way through. Maybe I'll find a route kind of like that where I have to traverse above the cliffs, but I'll find a little notch through it, and then I'll just head back up to the ridge, go back to the summit, and then I can work my way back over into, the main part of the mountain. So great turns off the top, nice and steep, measured at 49 degrees on my clinometer. But as you can see below me, there are those cliff bands, and I was thinking I'd just scoot to the left and find a way through. Anyway, that red arrow shows where I totally got skunked. I couldn't get past that, and I finally gave up. Black line shows my route back to the summit. After that, okay, here's just a photo just looking at that east ridge. Pretty fun slope. I'm glad I skied it, even though I got skunked. So after that, I went over to this east-facing slope that I call the East Mountain. That's the slope I want to ski, and I've wanted to do it for a long time. I'm like, oh, that's a sweet slope. But anyway, there's a problem. There's that cliff at the bottom that's totally impassable without a rope. But I decided I'd ski that slope, which I did there. Totally killed it, if I do say so myself. Not really a matter of opinion, but anyway. Then I climbed back up and just went out the way I came, which is cool because then I got to come back to the snowfield and do this little shootlet there that I've looked at. It's pretty exciting getting into it. Little down climb over the cliff, really steep up top, but fun because if you fall, you don't die. And then came down Primrose Cirque, which is melting out fast, but actually got some good turns through Primrose Cirque. Bumped into Royal Rose, a TERT team member. Got to ski a few turns with him. Skiing over Second Falls. Royal shows his perfect telemark technique. Very nice, Royal. And that's First Falls, completely and totally buried. Amazing. And there's looking from the road at that East Ridge. Oh well, almost made it. The end.